In telling this account of this miracle, it was for me my baptism into how God would use me in the future. I was saved October the 4th, 1964. My brother Julian, younger brother, came down with a serious chest cold that turned into bronchitis. We were poor, so we couldn't have doctors, antibiotics. He just had to tough it out, and it took him a long time. My father decided to surprise him with a gift. He built himself a bicycle, but it didn't look like spare parts. It looks like something you'd buy in a store. Well, a bicycle to him is like a BMW. He'll see one in his lifetime, that's it. So I begged my brother, I said, Julian, let me borrow your bike. 5 minutes later, the bike was stolen. And I mean, the feeling of being shattered is indescribable. And that whole day, I couldn't stop crying, and I couldn't stop blaming God. And I can't sleep. I'm pacing, I'm screaming at God, angry, raging, railing at him. And you know, it's embarrassing because you hear evangelists say, I heard the voice of God call me into the ministry. The first thing I heard God ever say to me in my life was this: you have called me a lot of names. I knew God was speaking to me, but I didn't care. I was so angry. I said, you know what? I don't care what you tell me to do. I'm going to do it because I want to let you know that there's nothing you can do to get that bike back. And I want to be able to complain to you the rest of my life, because that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to be mad at you every day of my life from now on. And I said, so let me hear it. He said, get dressed and go to that barber shop right now. And I'm thinking, that is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. The criminal does not return to the scene of the crime. That is absolutely stupid. And God said, see, that's exactly what I thought. And so I got dressed and I walked 2.5 miles. And I got there and I'm standing on this street and looking to the right, looking to the left. There's nobody there. I'm just standing there freezing. And all of a sudden, a kid on a bike that's purple, a purple bike, and my brother's was orange. And so he gets off this bike to go into a donut shop. And God says to me, run, jump on that bike and take it home. And I'm going, what? I mean, God, you've gone ghetto on me. What is this? And then it suddenly dawned on me, the devil stealeth and God steals another one. So I thought, you know, this is evening things out. And I jumped on that bike and I started riding home. And when I'm a safe distance, and remember, San Francisco has these steep hills, and I'm pedaling up those hills, and my quads are boiling, and you know, but I won't stop. I can't breathe hardly, but I'm out of range. And then I get to the top of the hill where it's downhill now. And God says, get off the bike. Do you remember your father engraved your name, Murillo, last name? And then he peeled back the lining on the underside of the seat, engraved it in there, and then redid it. He said, peel it back. And I wouldn't get off the bike. I wouldn't stop. And finally, I couldn't stand it anymore. I got off the bike and I just stared at it for a while. And God said, listen, if your name isn't on it, take it back. And so I'm sitting there going, why would you have me have my hope raised and I could steal this bike? And now you're telling me that if my name isn't on it, and I peeled that thing back and I saw the letter M, and the chill that went through me is beyond words. I sat there and I'm thinking, and I peeled it back, M-U-R-I-L-L-O. I had literally gotten my brother's bike back. And I mean, I couldn't believe it. And I rode home. And in the ghetto on Saturday morning, it's pretty quiet. And so I start yelling up at the attic. I yell at my brother. I said, Julian! And he comes to the window and he says to me, enjoy your last day on earth. And I said, look. And I said, Jesus has gotten your bike back. And I yelled it so loud, I wanted everyone in the world to hear it. And that lesson and that story would follow me the rest of my life as a pattern. This is how you buy a building when I tell you to buy it. This is how you rent an arena when I tell you to rent it. This is how you act when the devil comes at you. You don't let him steal from you, and you stand your ground, and you speak the word, and you obey the will of God, and you will see miracles. He healed you. This is very, very special. I don't know why, but I'm going to have you talk for a second. You know this young lady? It's your mommy. And you're happy because your mommy has been healed. What was wrong with her? She had multiple sclerosis. And she came here in a walker.
Wow.
She's dancing now.
Wow.
Oh man, is that powerful. Come on, give him praise.
I'm gonna come see your walker. What are you gonna do with your walker?
You may be seated, everyone, please. You know, I'm going to have them continue to play.